this Oregon State offensive line on tape? Just what stands out? What do you think makes them so good up front?
I think they're physical up front, man. I think a lot like Utah, man. Big bodies, a lot of good players up there. So it's gonna be exciting, man. Just after last week, so it's gonna be another fun little battle in the trenches. So always love those.
You had a couple of your own shares of battles with these guys, the same guys that we're seeing again, and those were intense, run-heavy games. What were those battles like with Levin Good in particular, and some of those guys in the interior?
It's just who's more physical, really. That's what it comes down to. Is just who can use the right techniques the entire game, and it's like one-on-one battles. Really, like how many times can you beat the guy in front of you and just do what your job is and not let that guy do their job. So that's pretty much what it comes down to.
When they run in short yardage and everyone knows they're running because they basically don't pass in short yardage, how is it that when everyone knows it's coming, they're still managing to pick up first downs, and how can you guys try to slow that down?
The biggest thing with that is just staying low and just kind of not playing high. They play really low, so they're good. That's what they're really good at, man. I think that front five plays really good, really low. So I think the biggest thing for us is just having low pad level, man, and making sure we just stay low the whole time. And they got big bodies, so it's like it matters to us, I think, a little bit just because we're a little shorter than them. So just that itself, but just the way they're able to play low just really helps them. So we got to do that this week too. So, dude.
Mace was saying someone had an actual chainsaw at practice.
Yeah.
What's going on? Tell us more.
It's one of our janitors. It's not Ortiz. I forgot his name, but he had a chainsaw, man. I love that guy. I always talk to him. He's just walking around, playing that third down chainsaw. So just to remind us, man, it's OSU week, so that's what we're gonna hear. We got to get used to hearing out there since we play there. So I thought it was funny, but I loved it too.
What do you think they're trying to get out of doing something like that?
It's just it's just us adjusting to the environment they have, man. It's a good stadium, man. It gets loud there. I played there a lot, so I think that third down, man, it's just like a little tradition they have. So it's gonna get loud there. So I think just us getting used to that chainsaw, and not going there Saturday and getting shocked by that. So that's the biggest thing.
You were a little dinged up about 5 weeks ago or so. Can you walk us through what that was and where you're at now?
It's a little lower body injury, so kind of getting through that, playing through it, man. Decided to come back earlier than I should against Washington, man. It was a tough one, but it's just at this point of the season, man, it's just how gritty you are, man, and just how much you're willing to sacrifice for the team, man. And for me, man, and this team, I'm willing to sacrifice everything, put my body on the line for this team. So that's the biggest thing, is like I'm willing to play through whatever injury it is, man, to just make sure I get my best for the team, because I owe that to them.
Would you have come back, or going against your former school in Washington, I'm sure added a little extra motivation to try to go back out there. Yeah. Can you walk us through, I know it's a couple weeks in the past, can you walk us through what that whole experience was like for you?
It was fun, man. They got a good squad up there, and I knew a lot of those guys, man. And it was just fun. There's a little chirping, and they were just like, a little smack talk. I thought we were brothers, and I was just like, man, we are, but on the field, it's you against me, I gotta put that aside, So it was just fun playing against them, seeing all those dudes, seeing some of the coaches that I knew, and just kind of, that's a really solid squad, man. I'm happy for the success they're having, so, just glad they're doing good up there.
How much of, if at all, does the injury play into your decision-making in terms of what you'll eventually decide once the season's over for next season? How much does being injured and missing some games play into any of that?
I feel like it influenced a lot. I influenced a lot about it, like of coming back or not, but just kind of playing it by ear, man. Got a few more games. Hopefully, hopefully we get it next week. Depends on how we do this Saturday, man. We face a good team, and hopefully bowl game I end up playing well, but hopefully I can get my body healthier so I can, play my best these last couple of games.
How can NIL help a player make a decision of whether it's staying in school another year or going pro, like the Ducks about that other thing that you guys are promoting? Like, how does that help you guys make a decision, or how does it play into a decision like that?
I really, it doesn't really play into a decision of coming back. I really think it just plays into it, like, it's like a helpful role to those who come from difficult situations, really. That's really what it comes to, like, just being able to help your family out and not have to really stress as much. And here, I think it's a great, like, the NIL is really amazing, man, and just the amount of love that the fans do to show the support, and help student athletes. And I think at one point, when I was at Washington, I was door dashing, working for Amazon, like, I was doing all this stuff, like, underneath football. So it was just like not having, I worked at Amazon, I did DoorDash. I probably did like 16 hours on the weekends or in off season. I was working like crazy, but it was just, NIL just kind of gives you an opportunity to not do those things now, man. It's like, it's kind of a blessing too, so That's the thing about it, really.
Define
Last question.
Working for Amazon. It's like there's like so many roles. Where it's
Oh,
like,
so I did Amazon Prime, and I pretty much just put on my headphones and just pretty much packed up deliveries for people, and I just worked that night. It was cool. I liked working, you know. I worked at B-Dubs, you know. I worked a lot as a kid, so it was like I love work. 9 to 5s are awesome to me. I love making money, you know. It's hard work. That's hard-earned money. Like I did construction, I did a lot of things. So yeah, working at Amazon was fun. To just put in my music, you know, met cool people, you know, and just pretty much packed up big packages and just kind of gave them to the people that worked there. So, yeah.
All right, thanks, Taki.
Thank you.